I was thinking, I've said the word love before to people, and it's never really had any feeling. You say the word, but there's no feeling there. And I think there's maybe only certain people on this planet, a lot of people, maybe the majority of people say it, but there's no feeling. And there's very few people, I think, that actually say that word, or maybe another language of a word, of the like love or something like that, where they actually get the proper feeling. Now, somebody might get a feeling like, a sexual feeling or something like that, but they might not get the an overpowering feeling. And I think an overpowering feeling actually comes from a bigger heart, which would be an animal. And the animals are directing, maybe because they don't have anything else to do. They just sit around, thinking. They're not intrusive thinkers like humans. Humans are freaking intrusive as hell, and it's what causes disturbance in the human race. And just their thought, the way they feel about somebody else. It's that human. What is it? It's not the seed. It's not the stir. It's like the human. I don't know. There's a word for it. I think had a movie out with the name where it's like a string. It's like the string of human thought. It's not the DNA. It's just like the strain. That's what it is. A human strain. So anyway, so you got animals sitting around thinking, well, what should we do? Something? Should we help somebody? Maybe that's, I don't know what they're where they do. I know I don't get it. I don't. When I say the word or anything like that, I don't get that. I don't get a feeling towards somebody else, even if even if they know it's directed to somebody, or it might just be that they're random targets that get hit by animals that are just, they're just maybe they're looking for other places to be, and maybe these people are standing by a water or waterfall or some place where an animal would want to stand, and or have stand, or maybe it's where people are have invaded over thousands of years, have invaded a place. And like maybe Paris was a big migration ground for animal herds or something, and that's why everybody thinks Paris is like the city of love or whatever like that. And you could do that with about any city where like a migration route took place or happened, what kind of feeding ground or anything like that. Well, I actually do. I think your feelings and stuff they're not coming from, you don't develop them inside you. I mean, even if you work out, you feel a little better, but you don't, if you eat some good food, if you eat good food, and delicious food, something you just like perfect for you, you'll get a feeling. I've had that like 3 or 4 times in my life where I've eaten something I've made myself, and it was like delicious, and it was like made my heart beat. And it's all while I've been vegan too. Now, why? I don't know why that is, but I do. I think it's all coming from all the feelings and stuff, and the emotions and stuff are un. They're uncensored. The humans are trying to censor them, but they're trying to censor them for themselves. They diagnose themselves as that's their feeling. They don't diagnose it. That feeling came from wherever, maybe a direction, or that thought came from, oh, it's not my thought. It's, everybody thinks they think they're in this little bubble, and there's a lot of ways to explain it, but I really think emotions and all that stuff about love, the feelings of love, is probably from an animal, not necessarily pointed at you. Just you might be in a migration route, you might be in a direction that they was wanting to go, and they was going to as far as you were. Maybe they're standing on you or something. And anyway, I think it takes a lot of humans to equal that of an animal. And there's a lot of humans. If they see two couple and they want the couple together, they think about the couple, and they quit thinking about themselves and they're thinking about the couple, and that couple starts getting romantic, and maybe they get married. And then once they're married, see, that's where people say, well, once you're married, the feeling dissipates. And I think what happens is once they're married, the people pull back and say, okay, they're married, they're on their own. They can do this by themselves. And the people don't discuss. Nobody discusses it. They might say, yeah, it's great. I'm thinking about them always, but you don't put it together. There's might be 20 or 30 people thinking about these two people, and all their feelings are coming from all these people are thinking about these two people, and so these feelings get built up. It's like electrical charges, through the air. It's just like lightning. You can feel. If you've ever been out during a lightning strike, you can feel. Sometimes you can, if you're in the right place, you can feel where lightning's going to strike. I've been able to pinpoint where lightning's strike at before because I can feel it. And I think it's the same with humans. Enough of them, and then once these people get married, so they get all these feelings of all these other people, and they're like, oh, this, it confuses them, and so they get married. They think, well, what should we do? Should we, we feel this and that, and then once they're married, these people pull back and live their own life, and they just, they don't want to get tied in with marriage. They don't want to interfere with marriage. So I mean, somebody would, somebody. Backdoor somebody's wife, they go to the back door when the husband leaves, So anyway, yeah, I think that's the only way humans could do it. It takes a lot of them compared to cover for one animal. I think if you had a herd of animals, you would probably not. I don't know if you'd ever be able to feel a herd of animals' heartbeats. I mean, it's. I'm just saying this. I mean.